Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily market review for the trading day ending April 15th. Firstly, to the S&P 500, confirmation of that change of trend that we were looking for the previous day's trading. The buyers have maintained upside momentum, closing with control and being very strongly rejected from the 1813 level of resistance. A bullish close up above this zone of resistance suggests a possibility of a test up to the 1850 level. The buyers are in control and showing some commitment, as I've mentioned, and we have a bullish market in the longer term time frame by trading above the Ichimoku cloud. To the NASDAQ 100, and here we see a bearish market in all three time frames, trading below the cloud and below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. The buyers have maintained control in this market, not as keen as they were for the previous day's trading, but we have seen the sellers losing commitment down around the 3408 and 3422 level. But one thing to watch for is that, as we expected, the 3500 level has provided some resistance to this market. So if we are going to see some bullish activity and the market trading at higher levels, that is a crucial area that the buyers will need to close above. Now, potentially strong resistance at the Tenkan-sen if we can trade above that 3500 level, around that 3543 level at the moment. Moving to gold futures, and here we've seen the sellers come into the market quite strongly today. A change of trend to the downside following an indecisive spinning top type candle and an indecisive doji candle. And those candles and the candle prior to that were all candles that were trading up above the cloud. But we have had this indecisive trading above the cloud, and what I like to see following breakout is follow through. But either some bullish follow-through to the upside or to the downside. This indecisive follow-through raised some doubt about whether the trend could continue. And today we've seen price action rejected from the 1329 level of resistance. The sellers have found some solid downside momentum, but we did see the sellers lose some commitment down below the 1300 round number, so that will be an important level. A neutral market in big picture terms. Moving to light sweet crude oil, and here a change of trend today. A candle has made a lower high and a lower low, but on a very small white body candle. So even though the trend has changed to the downside, the buyers have taken control of the market after the sellers were rejected from below the 103.39 level. This suggests a real possibility of a change of trend to the upside. But if we look at the previous 2, 3, 4 candles, we have seen price action rejected from higher levels, and more so in the past 2 days. So that level up there around the 104.61 area may provide some solid resistance to this market if we do see the trend change. If the buyers are strong enough, they can trade up to 105.31. If the sellers do continue the downside momentum and can trade through 103.39, we should have strong support at the Tenkan-sen at 102.24, and that coincides with this swing high here. We do have a bullish market in all three time frames, but certainly the buyers don't seem to be going on with the move. They continually have lost commitment as the market attempts to trade up above this 103.39 level. Next, wheat futures and a bullish market in all three time frames, confirmed by the Chica span being above the corresponding price action. Today we saw the change in sentiment in the fast and medium term time frames with this solid bullish close up above both of those indicators. The buyers have found some very solid upside momentum and close up above the round number 700. There is a very real possibility of the market testing up to the 716 level, and we will require some follow through, so the high here becomes very, very important. At the moment we are seeing some indecisive trading. If the market does come off, we should see very solid support down around this 683.75 level. Next to the US 30-year bonds, and here we've seen the breakout up above that previous zone of resistance that was tested on multiple occasions. Very strong resistance, and then we saw the close above, we saw follow through, but the market is now finding resistance at the 135.03 level that has seen price action rejected from it in the recent past. A bullish market in all three time frames, so suggestions that we could see this market trade higher. If the market does come off, look to the 134 level for support, but then for the buyers to come back into this market. A test above 135.03 in a bullish manner could quickly see the market testing up here to the 136 level. Moving to the S&P futures on the hourly charts, and for yesterday's trading, late in the session we saw a solid bullish breakout up above the Ichimoku cloud, and therefore changing sentiment in that longer term time frame. So a change of sentiment here, and we have seen some solid follow through with the market finding resistance at that second pivot point resistance level. At the moment we have some small body trading up above the middle pivot point level. There is a very real possibility of this market continuing to trade higher. If we do see the market come off, look to the Tenkan-sen at 1837 to hold as initial support, then down to the middle pivot point level, but a very real possibility of the market testing up to the first pivot point resistance level at 1855.